coming back to the new video today, talking about anything, things about psychology, things about spirituality, things I learned, things I want to share, things I inspired that day. So that probably would be this, today would be one of those videos that was inspired by some conversation and that wanted to talk about and come up and share with you guys that maybe watched the video or come across my page, come across my channel and wanted to check it out, what I talk about. And I have my assistant again today. This is Macy. Hi. She is my assistant. She usually on my lap while I'm working from home, while I'm making videos. So you may see the dog head pop up. And today, inspiration question. It is about dun 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 dun. Why do people do what they do? Why do we do what we do at all? And one of these questions coming up. Actually, it was a big question for me when I was younger, and drove me into learn about psychology, get into psychology major, want to learn more about it, try to find information about it, eventually knowing that I want to be a therapist, working with clients, one-on-one in a clinical setting, and drove me into learn more, have a master in clinical psychology and become a therapist, become a coach, eventually become healers and more in spirituality world, combination of like science, spirituality together. So yes, so why do we do what we do? And I think if some of you ever have this question before in your life, I'm going to try to share the best I can and the shortest version I can, so I don't drag this out. But yes, so that question drove me into learn about psychology, because I wonder, hold on, why do people do what they do? Why people get angry about certain things? Why do people respond or react towards some things in their life in a different way? Because you could never have two people that talk about that respond or react to things the same way. And so if you hear my dog barking, I have 3 dogs, so you probably will be hearing them barking at some point in a certain video. And so back to that. And I think one of the reasons is how we condition to be. I think we were conditioned at a very young age, even in the womb, in mommy's belly, we already been conditioned that certain way. This is what my personal belief and what I study as well. And so if you are in a mommy's belly and mommy is very sad, mommy is very depressed, you were conditioned to kind of like feel those feeling in the womb already. Some baby, come out of the mom's belly and become colicky, like crying, because it's absorbed a lot of that energy. And we talk about energy, right? Some of you believe in energy and some of you don't, but I totally do believe in energy, in the energy world, because I can feel, I can sense them. And so so you learn it at a very young age, right? Sometimes even when you're in the belly, boys were already conditioned that the blue is the color of the boy and pink is the color of the girl. So when you come out, boys wearing blue, girls wearing pink. And that has been what we kind of call condition. Okay, so, and also growing up in a certain household, how your parents, how your family deal with things culturally, that's how we condition in our mind as well to do certain things. Now, another thing that makes sense to answer of the question of why do we do what we do, it's survivorship. So we also have that part of ourself, our ego self, that is about surviving. So if you growing up in a family or a certain situation, environment where you actually need to survive, whether I'm not talking about just food and shelter, I'm talking about emotional, right? How do we deal with things now if my parents or my mom yelling all the time, and how do I try to survive emotionally if I take in all this thing and I feel upset, sad, angry all the time? Then how do I even handle that? How do I express those type of emotion, because I never been taught to express any other emotion besides being angry, because I'm watching my parents doing that. So I maybe learn how to shut down, right? Close down emotionally, or I might become someone who also aggressive because I am watching people yelling, screaming. So I'm like, now I have to survive. Nobody can hear me, so now I have to yell and speak louder so people can hear me, my parents can hear me. And I take those things that was conditioned and survival to go out in the real world and kind of living that life. And within this scope of condition and survivorship, you also created certain belief system that you have. So you maybe have a certain belief system about yourself, about the people, about the world. If you will believe in yourself that, my voice doesn't matter, my opinion doesn't matter, it make you behave and respond or react to the world in different way versus someone who believe that their voice matter, because I've always been heard, my parents listen to me, I have space to express and be myself, so I will go out there and express myself in a way that I was conditioned, how I survived in the past, what my belief systems are, so I will do that. So I think this is, in a nutshell, answer some, maybe not all of it, but the question of why do people do what they do? Why do we act the way we act? Why do we do this in the first place? Why do we get angry easily, or why some people just very calm and collected, because they may be growing up in the household where they have the space to express their emotion, they learn emotional intelligence, they kind of build that up, they maybe learn how to calm themselves down, how to respond to their own emotion in a more appropriate way, versus some people that didn't have totally negative belief system about themselves, about the world, about people that they surround themselves with. So this is kind of can answer those questions in a nutshell of what it is. And the longer version would be, if you work with me one-on-one, we're going to have to dive into how you were conditioned in the first place, so that we can work together to uncondition that mind, unlearn all the things that doesn't work with you anymore as an adult now, because you're not a young child anymore, and you not only want to survive, you actually want to thrive now. So that would be kind of another step towards that. So today video, hopefully it answered that question. If you had that question before, even if you don't have that question at all, might be inspired. This video might inspire you to start to question and maybe find an answer for yourself, so that you can live a better life, or have a better way of respond to your emotion, the better way to instead of surviving, you can be thriving in your life. So thank you for today. This is it for today, and see you in the next video. So say bye, miss. Bye.